For months, the global economy has been frozen by a diplomatic gridlock, pushing the Middle East to the absolute brink of a regional war. This map shows the Strait of Hormuz, where Iran weaponized its geography. By blockading this narrow waterway, Tehran choked off international shipping routes. The immediate result was a spike in global oil prices and a paralysis of cargo movement that impacted markets worldwide. The United States attempted to break this stalemate of force, but absorbed severe military costs. Highly advanced assets, including F-35 stealth fighters with 9-figure price tags, were destroyed. The assumed reality of total American air dominance fractured. The attrition extended to high-altitude surveillance and precision strike capabilities. Dozens of MQ-9 Reaper drones were shot down, representing roughly $1 billion in lost hardware alone. This became a multi-domain failure. Massive $240 million oceanic surveillance assets like the MQ-4C Triton were targeted and destroyed, blinding U.S. naval intelligence. With the global economy strangling and military assets burning without a clear path to victory, unilateral American force hit a wall. Avoiding mutual destruction required a radical diplomatic off-ramp. Washington and Tehran could not speak directly. The hostility was too deeply entrenched. To find an exit, the world needed a backdoor mediator who held leverage with both sides. Pakistan stepped into that void. Through months of quiet diplomacy, leadership, including Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, orchestrated a dialogue neither side could initiate themselves. This network graph illustrates how Pakistan expanded a fragile back channel into a 10-nation consensus. Regional heavyweights like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar were brought into the fold. These specific states created a geopolitical buffer, positioning traditional rivals as guarantors of peace. The coalition's legitimacy was cemented when Turkey, carrying the weight of NATO's second-largest military, officially endorsed the Pakistani brokered framework. For the first time in modern history, a major Middle Eastern crisis was pacified by an engineered consensus of regional powers, rather than Western intervention. The greatest immediate threat to this fragile consensus came from within. Traditional allies, heavily invested in the conflict, viewed any compromise as an outright defeat. To prevent the framework from collapsing, the U.S. made the strategic choice to sideline Israeli leadership. Benjamin Netanyahu's demands were excluded from the final draft. This scale graphic demonstrates the Memorandum of Understanding. In exchange for a 60-day ceasefire, Iran unblocks the Strait of Hormuz without tolls. The terms follow transactional parity. The U.S. unfreezes $2 billion in assets, and Iran pauses uranium enrichment operations. Accepting these terms required the U.S. executive branch to temporarily abandon its policy of maximum pressure, a significant pivot from Washington's established posture. Overriding the fierce objections of domestic hawks, President Donald Trump provided the final sign-off, locking the MOU into place. The MOU works because it is a bitter, highly calculated compromise. No single party achieves total victory, but all parties escape economic and military collapse. The immediate global aftermath is a massive release of pressure. Global shipping is resuming its normal pace, and the threat of a wider regional war has receded. This shift challenges the traditional model of Middle Eastern mediation. In this specific crisis, the United States is no longer acting as the sole policeman, but as one of 10 stakeholders. But the current reality is highly precarious. A memorandum of understanding is merely an intent to agree. It is not a ratified permanent treaty. This timeline tracks the danger ahead. The parties have 2 months to convert this temporary truce into a permanent framework. The Islamabad negotiations will be the make or break moment, deciding whether this window ends in a treaty or a relapse into conflict. The immediate crisis has been averted. Now the test is whether this 10-nation coalition can maintain its cohesion through the fragile 60 days ahead.